So why dead dandelions? Okay, well, it's a term that I came up with myself a little while ago. I say a little while ago, it was a few years now. Yeah, it's the most fitting description that I could think of to describe what we're up against. You see, when dandelions die, they actually hold more of the same characteristics than I care or dare to mention. So I'm going to go through a few with you now. So this is my website. It's still under construction currently, which I do apologise for. Been trying to find the time with all the videos that I make to make the site complete and make myself complete in the process. So I'm going to save the exhibit, the poetry, the podcasts, the graphic novel and photography for when it is done. Today we're going to be focusing on the about section here. Okay. So as you can see, it's the same ethos that is in the description of my channel. Yeah, forgive the little avatar. I just thought it was kind of cool. Sort of how I looked when I first started going and getting into all this. Underneath here we have the motto of the heart chakra: unhurt, unstruck, and unbeaten, which is what I strive and thrive for each passing day for all of us to stay the same way. So, meanings, metaphors, and symbolism. The term dead dandelion. These are some of the major points that made me choose this to be the best description that I could come up with for the elites. So a dead dandelion is a harbinger of spring, which can be interpreted, of course, as the new beginning, the new world order. They are constantly trying to achieve. Next point, it says here, healing from physical injury. Okay. So again, it's something that they're trying to do, but they're trying to heal from all physical injuries. They want to live forever. Okay. Gaining of divine knowledge. They believe they're going to gain that knowledge from Lucifer, which to me, and I'd imagine to you also, does nothing but show just how fucking stupid they really are. Because the only wisdom that Lucifer, to them it's Lucifer, Satan, has is learnt from the Creator. And that's why they call it divine knowledge. Okay? That's why they think that it's divine wisdom. They think, they don't feel, and they don't know. But we do, don't we? It's divine because it was taken from the divine. Okay? It doesn't belong to it, does it? Moving on, weather magic. So the harp. You can look every one of these points up. I thought Dead Dandelion was catchy when I was a bit younger. It was actually my girlfriend that inspired me to come up with the name. She said they're dead. She said dead dandelions. She said they spread even when they're dead. That's where it started, you know. But we'll get to that. I looked up dead dandelion from this, and I liked the fact that D being the fourth letter of the alphabet is also the fourth number, which would be two fours, DD. 4 4 is 44, which of course is chaos, as I've mentioned before in one of my previous videos, and that's exactly what they are embodied. They are the embodiment of chaos, but they want the order out of it, order out of themselves. They want to fix themselves so that they never break again. They don't seem to realise it's Satan that broke them, and he does not know how to fix anyone or anything. Don't you think he would have fixed himself by now if it did? Next we have attraction. I put in brackets here temptation. It is they're testing us the same way that they are being tested by Satan. Okay. Military children characteristics. So this is something you can look up with trauma-based victims of MK Ultra. Very similar characteristics, which might seem and sound odd, but when you look it up, you'll see just how even it is, unfortunately. So the vow of total faithfulness. That's what Satanists, Luciferians, Freemasons, Kabbalists, Jesuits, Druids, Pagans, Wiccans, they all take the same vow of total faithfulness, because without it they know that they'd be faithless. It goes both ways, you see. It's not just about you believing in the Creator, it's about the Creator believing in you. Satan does not believe in anyone except itself. They're not going to realise that until it's too late. Hard to get rid of. Yeah, they are. Because they multiply in their own way. As I said before, the destroyer subtracts and divides, and the creator adds and multiplies. So they copy it. It's all a copy of a copy of a copy. That's all they know how to do, which has always been very ironic to me, especially with the Masons. They call themselves that because they consider themselves builders, and yet they have no creativity to build anything. So they steal the intellectual properties of others that have creativity, such as ourselves. They keep coming back time after time. Okay, the reason they do this is because if they don't, they know that they're damned both ways, because Satan has no let up. The same way Jehovah had no let up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, the real worm features, again, you can look it up. Very similar. Real worms have a slight kind of mane to them, which brings us to the next point. That dandelion actually translates to lion's tooth. What do we know about the lion? As I always say, king of the jungle, king of this world. Satan. Hollow stemmed. Well, they're all hollow. They're shells, they're husks. Floating seeds. Now, this is one of the major points. Masons always refer to themselves as travellers. Okay? When they meet, one will say to the other, "Are you a travelling man?" And based on the received answer of the one asked, they'll know if they're legitimate. And if they're not, they'll very quickly be made illegitimate by the rest. Okay, they say they're from the east because that is the direction in which Adam and Eve was cast out of the garden. Okay? Are you a travelling man? And the other would say, yes, I've been travelling in the east, trying to learn the knowledge that none other knows. Something along them lines. Okay? Yes, so next. Leaving the source, in brackets, God. You know I don't like that word, but I feel it's something that hopefully makes my videos easier for the ones that do call the Creator God. There's nothing wrong with it as long as your heart's in the right place and your mind's in the right place. Okay? A word is a word, but the word is a whole different thing altogether. Okay? So it just ties in with the one above, really. You know, the seeds that float through the air from a dead dandelion, when it's hit by the air, they leave the source of God, the source being the dandelion itself. Okay? And they spread, which is again coming back to one of the previous points of why they're so hard to get rid of and always keep coming back. They float down and down and down the levels, hit the ground, and then they produce more. Okay? More disciples for the devil. Right, so globe shaped. Okay. Well, we've been taught that the earth is a globe since the dawn of time. Not to say it's flat. You know how I feel about this. It's why I don't bring it up often. I'm more than willing to talk about it, and I will be making a video on it. You'll notice that the main shills and most of shills won't mention something at all, and that's how you can tell. Which is odd, because I always thought, well, you'd throw it out there a little bit, wouldn't you, if you was one, just to try and convince people that you wasn't one. But if you ever find a truth researcher that will speak about everything except reptilians, or everything except flat earth, or everything except Satan, so on and so forth, then it's a very telling sign that they're telling tales and making science. Okay? So yeah, just another false teaching, but we'll get to that in the video on the topic. So before they die, they have a yellow head. As we know, most of the elites, if not all of them, are sun worshippers. They believe in the light of Lucifer, but it's not. It's the false light of Satan. I feel, and I'm going to say no, that most of them feel and know as much as they can that it is false. But they're too deep into it by that point, way over their own head. Okay? And of course, the white head of once it's dead, resembling moon worship, which is the huntress Diana. They also hold as a very high deity. Okay, so this concludes part 1. Part 2 will be coming up in just a moment.